Hello, hello. I'm Bri. Thank you for joining me. You might hear my gang stalkers upstairs, but that's okay. They're watching. They can't help but to watch. Let's talk about that today, though. Let's get into the energies that are stalking and harassing you, and let's see why. Let's see who's involved and what's going on and what they're trying to keep from you. They only gang stalk the holy and highly favored. So just know if you hear a reader talking about it doesn't exist, you might want to question the reader and who their allegiance is to, because God is never going to tell a reader to tell a lie or mislead somebody. And so thousands of people enslaved around the world are lying. I guess all the agents, all the Masons, all the UN members and such all around the world are lying, just like they were lying about the Tuskegee experiments, huh? Just like they were lying about aliens being real, huh? Quote, aliens, right? So let's find out some truths and why they would stalk you in the first place. Why would they try to suppress the truth? Why are they going through these great lengths if you're not the truth and you're not the chosen? Let's see. They want to make you paranoid, but it won't work. So many of you are in the process right now, if you're vibing with this video, where they're doing things to try to make you look over your shoulder, make you feel scared, probably gang stalking you at work, stealing your work, changing your work around, harassing you around your neighborhood, doing that weird cough thing that gang stalkers do during COVID, nonetheless, shouting and doing street theater around your windows, your homes, or just putting on performances when you're out in public at grocery stores and things of that nature. Having people walk up on you while you're grocery shopping, potentially. They could switch and move things in your cart. They could try to grab your grocery list, just doing any number of things like that. So make sure you have your body camera on and you're filming these people, and you have your car cameras and you have your home secured, running on Wi-Fi and battery operated cameras, and let them continue to expose themselves, their drug use, their sex cults, and all of those things in your communities, because that's what they're doing. All right. Uniform, law enforcement, Agent Smith. So you got some phonies around you, phony law enforcement, phony people within uniforms. If you work in a place that wears uniforms, they're involved. You see law enforcement agencies stalking you. They're total Agent Smiths. If you haven't seen Matrix 1, you might want to go look that up and check that out. So this is one of those things where this is spiritual warfare against you. These people in uniform work as agents of the devil, whether they know it or not. Most of them do, particularly if they're in uniform. They know. Let's see, holy fire protection, but you have holy fire protection. That lets me know that you're a high ranking spiritual being, potentially an ascended master, a former king or queen who has potentially reincarnated. You could potentially be a saint or someone who was sainted after one of their life cycles, but someone who sits high next to the holy throne. You have holy fire protection, which makes it even worse for these people who try to attack you for what's coming for them. But again, oftentimes these could be clones or something like that. They could be programmed or chipped and all of those things to kind of keep them doing these things. But they signed up for it, you know. They want you to remain silent, so speak up. They don't want you to talk about your gifts or what's happening to you. They are the type of people who are like, oh, you're crazy. You have people on social media saying, well, this would never happen to you. You're just crazy to even say that it would even possibly happen to you. That's all part of what they do. Try to make you feel paranoid, try to discredit you for their activities, which you can prove along with hundreds of thousands of other victims around the world. They just don't know what's coming towards them. That's why they continue to do these things, not knowing that it's empowering you. It's empowering all the other victims and also, they've gotten so freaking sloppy because their energies have been, and lots of their resources have had to be redirected for some really shady shit that they've done. And they're having to put money and resources towards those things that they can't even keep a good wrangle on these other programs meant to target their own citizens. So many of you might have seen, if they haven't been able to break you in their first couple of cycles of gang stalking, that is probably picked up. And if you're being vocal about it, if you are speaking out, it's definitely picked up. Don't allow for them to hospitalize you. Don't allow for them to create synthetic illnesses. Make sure you're eating your own food. You don't eat from people. That you keep an eye on your neighbors and on your property, because I can assure you they're keeping an eye on you. You probably have them doing things for hours upon end. You have recorded. Go ahead and just keep recording those things. And you'll understand what your next steps to do. You'll know what to do once you feel you've gathered enough what you need. Hard drug use. Many of the people who are attacking you within these community groups or who wear uniforms are probably meth addicts or crackheads. I don't care if it's powder cocaine or not. It's all crack, and it's all, it's such a small chemical difference in between the two. They're all just crackheads. They're all just meth addicts. And that's probably part of the reason why they're doing this. It could be an underlining factor that they use this to cover up their own pain for the atrocities that they inflict on people every day, or they could have got blackmailed due to their drug use. But you're a healer. So it looks like, again, not only do you have holy fire protection, but you're a healer, so you can heal yourself from anything that they try to do to you mentally, physically, spiritually. I would say people in uniform would be in on it. So I would not be, if you are a hard drug user, I would go ahead and wean myself off of those things so you can get in touch with your gifts and everything. But many of these people involved are abusing some sort of a substance a lot, whether that's alcohol, pills, or drugs. We're not talking about things like marijuana or mushrooms. These people are hard addicts, have drug dealers, have drug doctor dealers, things like that they go to because these doctors are in uniform and they're in on it together. These surgeons, whoever, all of them are in on it together. It's all part of a mass organization. But you're a healer and your holy fire protected. Someone tried to play God and they got smacked. So it looks like these people are going to be getting taken down for what they've tried to do to you, for the harm that they've tried to inflict to you personally, mentally, physically, spiritually, in this realm, upper realms and lower realms. They tried to play God and dictate different parts of your destiny and your aspect, really just trying to get you to come over to the dark side. But you got to be pathetic to do that, or just completely stupid to not know that you're signing yourself over for something like that. And if somebody did that to you maliciously, like a family member or a friend or something, tried to sacrifice you or double contract you, it can't happen if you have a covenant with God, if you gave yourself to God. So those contracts are going to have to be honored by the person who put them on you. That energy has to go back to them because they're the ones who involved you. Yeah, you're standing your ground. You're on defense now because I think you're aware of the situation. You're collecting your swords. You're collecting your evidence. You're collecting all that you need right now to do your part of the exposure as they continue to expose themselves. Yeah, you're the empress. You're, again, highly favored, highly blessed. You see them coming. That's why they're coming towards you. You're a godly being. You're a godly essence. You're a chosen one. You probably, again, are a healer with many different spiritual gifts. And they're coming for you because you're not a sheeple. You won't let them attack you. And you sure as hell, whatever they do, they sure as hell can't win. You're an empress. You know what I mean? You have all of every element combined in you. You probably have a lot of magical spiritual gifts as well. So it looks like they messed with the wrong one. Yeah, you're going to be completely successful. You're going to be absolutely fine. You're going to come out even with a even better destiny somehow than the one that they tried to corrupt and take from you. So I would be happy about that, knowing that these people who tried to transgress against you, who put you on the defense, who made you have to work harder for the things that you should have already had. Just know that they're going to be taken from in very much a similar or same matter. If they badmouth you through communities, they're going to be badmouthed on the news. They're going to be badmouthed in the newspaper. If they went to their different organizations, groups, and communities and tried to prevent you from getting work and things of that nature, those things come out. There are records of all of those things. Um, and they're going to be very fascinated to know what I channeled the other day. I can tell you one thing: if they knew what I channeled the other day, things would be different. But I'm glad that they don't and they can't see. I would go ahead and make sure you're doing spiritual cleansing, spiritual baths. You're doing prayers against watchers, monitoring spirits, demons, and things like that. Because many of the people who gain stocks, like I said, they're possessed or they're chipped, and all of these different types of things. They have absolutely no control of what they do or say. They have to follow the script. They have to follow what their handlers tell them to do. And if they get out of line, they disappear or something, or they get reprogrammed or something like that. The Phoenix keeps coming out today, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, change mind. Listen, let me tell you something. It's a new era. It's a new day. It's time for that karma to come back around. The wheel has turned. God is passing judgment on these people and these things that attacked you and tried to put you in cycles because of their own insecurities, inferiorities that were taught to them. They taught hatred, their programming and things of that nature. They still have to answer for what they've done. They don't get to not answer for what they've done to God. You don't worship lesser beings. You don't elevate lesser beings that God cast out of heaven to the status of a God. A fallen angel could never be a God. Um, and so these people are going to have to learn that the very, very hard way, that all these things they've participated in for hundreds of years is we're in the time frame that they're going to be the ones getting a lot of the consequence for it. You're going to be getting abundance. I don't know what else to say. Everything that they tried to keep from you, everything that they tried to hide from you, prevent you from having, is going to come back to you in greater amounts. This is stuff that's going to be blessed or gained to you from God because it was stolen. They took your birthright. They took what was rightfully yours. They're malicious, greedy crackheads. I don't care if they're in uniform. Uniform people don't always do what they're supposed to do. You have shady doctors, shady nurses, shady priests. Think about every aspect of society. You can't find one aspect of human society where there isn't a disgusting being as a part of it. So you can't elevate people to God status just because of a job that they chose. They're good and bad and everything. Looks like, again, your prosperity and abundance is coming in because of what these people did. They tried to slow your growth. And now, instead of this one walnut we see down here growing into a walnut tree, it looks like you got or a peach tree or something like that. You got peaches, you got butterflies, you got fertile land, growth, connections, love, and abundance. Everything that they tried to keep from you is coming in greater abundance from the sky. These are huge peaches, like James and the Giant Peach or something. These are blessings, these are connections, these are holy connections because you stayed grounded. You didn't make the wrong choice. You stuck with the symbols and the signs. And even if your faith was the size of an ant at the time, you kept your faith. You are breaking out of these cocoons and these chains and these cycles that they put you in. And now you're breaking free, and these at least 4 aspects of your life are freeing up because they were chained, maliciously chained. So congratulations to those of you who are coming into all this protection and abundance after being stalked by a group, community, organization of people who try to keep you down for quite a long time of your life simply because they're jealous of your gifts and they don't want you to be able to spread truth and light. You're not a sheeple and you don't go along with the plan, the evil plan. You stick to God and you stuck to your higher beliefs and your firm belief system, even when they tried to break you. And all it's resulted in is making you quite a lot stronger. It's resulted in them losing at Judgment Day and you winning, and you about to get quite a lot of abundance coming in. So enjoy that. Enjoy your gifts. Enjoy your favor from God for sticking it out. Enjoy all your blessings and abundance, your spiritual gifts, your worldly gifts that are coming in, and just being in that Empress energy and having the all the great things that you worked for a long time ago finally coming to you. Congratulations. I'm Bri. If you need a reading or something, make sure you email me, find me on Facebook or Instagram. I'll see you soon. Bye.